Welcome to the world of I Create Lines, human design, personal one-on-one readings, coaching and guidance. Human design audio courses for your pace of learning. One-on-one accountability, support, talk therapy and holding space sessions. Fascia maneuvers, emotional release, one-on-one coaching and guidance. Free daily live movement classes on the Insight Timer app. Breathwork, fascia maneuvers, lymph work, and Qigong. Always wanted hands-on treatment? Can't travel? I can come to you anywhere in the world. Contact for more information. Weekly Q&A sessions on the Insight Timer app. Free content, instructional ebooks, and videos. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and share. icreatelines.com. Peace, health, and abundance.
All right, we're gonna start off with Dave here. He's gonna do the lymph, big six for us. Just follow along.
Hey, good day, everyone. Glad everybody could join us today. We're going to get started with some flow and some lymph movement just a little bit. If you guys would go ahead and above and below your collarbone, and just either rub or tap, whatever feels good. We're going to just stimulate some drainage in this collarbone area to begin with. We're going to let everything kind of start to flow and release that may have come your way in the past few hours or days since you've had a chance to do this. You just relax your posture. Again, you might rub or you might tap these areas. And depending on where you are, this is a great way to either start the day or take a lunch break or finish the day. I'm going to switch sides now. Personally, it feels a little better to rub right there instead of tap, but you can do either one. The percussion is certainly helpful as well. Thank you, Dennis, for letting us join you again. And welcome to our yard, everyone. So now we're going to look at in front of and behind the ear, and we're going to rub like this. And we may actually rub the skin, or we may be solid on the skin and sort of move the tissue underneath. But we're going to kind of do this for a minute now with the lymph nodes here in front of and behind the ear. I can already feel things draining away. You can kind of now create this kind of behind your neck a little bit. And the neck propped in the hands. And across your face. And an area in your armpit. You may rub or you may tap. Some folks kind of cup their hand and get that percussion focused in over your fist. Again, we're just rubbing, sort of whatever feels good. It all feels good. Some of these areas store certain things that happen to us or what we do to ourselves. I think there goes that guy that cut me off in traffic yesterday. There he goes. I don't remember him anymore. It's somebody that stepped on my fragile ego. There they go. Maybe you had a little too much to eat or drink. Maybe you had a six-pack. Speaking of six-pack, let's move to the tummy. Sort of above and below the belly button. And then down in the groin area. And spread your stance a little bit. collarbone area and kind of inside your thighs. Now we'll move behind the legs and behind the knee area. We're going to kind of just rub the back of our legs and sort of have a little bit of impact there behind the knee. It's good to stimulate these areas in the order that we're doing it to promote that flow all the way down. All right. Now let's bounce a little bit. Bounce in place for just a minute or two. I guess things flowing. Shake out like you're flinging water off your hands. Shake your body and your legs. How's everybody feeling? Thanks for starting off movements with me. All right, dudes.
Crystal, Diana, Sukhdev, who are my guests. Not my parents, but the closest to my parents. They are KC and DC from North Carolina. Many of you know them from the chat. I'm at their home in NC. I love you three together. Yeah, we love ourselves as well. Diana. Okay. You guys, do you wanna do fascia maneuvers? You wanna do shaking and dynamic breath work? You wanna do just breath work? You wanna do just qigong? Let's see what you guys want, and then Diana wants breath work. Amber wants movement. Lynn wants fascia. Okay, we got one for each. We're still not doing nothing. Chris says qigong, so that's gonna be movement. Violet says that's gonna be movement. Fascia or qigong, Crystal. Okay, we're moving mostly qigong way. We got mostly qigong. We got 2 fascia, 1 breath work. Claire, fascia or qigong. 1 more for qigong. Alex says fascia. Okay, breath work is kind of lagging. Qigong is great too. Okay, we're not gonna do breath work. I'm gonna do fascia. Okay, fascia and shaking. So we're not gonna do breath work. I'm gonna incorporate dynamic inhales and exhales with qigong. You want to do fascia things first, and I'll end it with qigong. Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna let KC lead us into some fascia maneuvers. So, what do you think?
Okay, we're gonna do totally twisted. So, we're gonna start the right
You need
foot.
to be louder.
I need to be louder?
Much louder.
Okay. So, we're going to begin with fascia.
That's not louder.
That's not louder?
You need to either explain everything close to the camera and then do stuff. I don't think people will hear you.
Okay. Hi. He says that you can't hear me. So,
That's also you're trying to be soft. Be like projectile, go Manny Jen on him.
okay, so we're gonna do fascia release. And I'm gonna try to make sure y'all can hear me. Okay, we're gonna put the right foot over the left.
That's good.
We're gonna get a good, easy stance. Bend your knees a little and find your comfort space here. Balance your hips. We're gonna put the right arm relaxed on your rib cage and your left arm relaxed on your left shoulder. I'm sorry, your right shoulder. Left, right. We're gonna twist to the left. Twist our head to the right. Don't forget your spinal pelvic lock. Pull in and hold. Now we're gonna breathe. 3 breaths through the nose, in and out, and 3 breaths through the mouth, in and out. Okay, in your own time, we're gonna switch our torso. Keep your legs the same. We're gonna twist our torso to the right and our head to the left. Relax your shoulders. Hold your spinal pelvic lock and breathe. All right, we're going to slowly come out of this, unwind, and we're going to walk around for just a minute. All right, that is part of it. We're going to do the other half. So we're going to take our left leg, we're going to put it over our right leg, bend our knees a little bit, and get a nice stance. Balance your hips. Get comfortable here. Then we're going to put our right arm on our left shoulder. We're going to put our left arm on our rib cage. And relax your shoulders. And we're going to turn to the right with our torso and to our left with our head. Spinal pelvic lock. And breathe. All right, we're going to turn our torso to the other side. And our head twisting to the other side. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Hold your spinal pelvic lock and breathe. Unwind slowly. Move your body a little bit, and let's take a little walk. How's everyone feeling? I'm so grateful to be here with all of you today. This is a very special community that Dennis has provided for you. He keeps telling me that you can't hear me.
You hear the chainsaw over there? You need to be louder than the chainsaw.
It's a leaf blower.
That's awesome. Can you yell? Can you try yelling?
Can I try yelling?
Please.
I'll try yelling.
Yes. Keep that up.
I'll try yelling. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Do what I do. So we're going to do swinger. This is one of my favorites. So we're going to put the right hand on the left shoulder. We're going to put the left hand on your elbow, just above your elbow. We're going to pull the skin, relax your shoulders. We're going to squat down a little bit. Go this, pull to the left and twist your head to the right. Hold this and breathe. Okay. Come out of it slowly and walk for a second.
Just let it out. It's a full moon, dude. No fucks given. Just let it out.
Oh.
It's a full moon and solstice, guys. Please yell along with us. Yell at your camera.
Okay, we're going to do swinger on the other side. Okay, so we're going to take our left arm, put it on our right shoulder, right hand on your left elbow, just above it, pull the skin, twist, and squat down a little bit. Hold this and breathe. Unwind slowly and walk around a little bit. If you feel a little dizzy, move slow.
I can do it. You want to do that? Go closer. I'll share it with you.
Yeah, you would.
You can.
I can do it. All right. Going to do the throat. So take your right hand, put it on your collarbone. We're going to adjust here. There we go. That's better. We're going to take our right hand, put it kind of on and just below our collarbone. Our left hand. We're going to grab your throat. We're just pulling skin. You're not going to be choking or squeezing. Just the skin. We're going to separate this area right here. This is your thyroid and your voice. We're going to separate it, hold, and breathe.
You can also hum if it feels good. You want to do any more, or is it good?
Are you ready for Qigong?
All right. Okay. Now just follow the movements as best as you can, and we're gonna try and do breathing like fire. So inhale is gonna be nice and strong. Exhale is gonna be one of a few. You can choose. Those of you that are here regularly, you know the 6 healing sounds. So it's either gonna be or it's gonna be or it's gonna be or it's gonna be ah. So is that 6? I think it's 6 or 5. Doesn't matter. So it's either gonna be or ha. Okay, that's 5. I don't know the 6th one. Doesn't matter. It's gonna be one of those forceful exhales, or you're gonna hum it out. You can be like, It needs to be audible. It needs to be fiery. It needs to be expressive. It needs to be full moon. I'm getting this shit out. And go at your own pace. I'm just gonna demonstrate the movement. You're gonna see us out of sync here. It's gonna be a circus. So be free to be a circus at home. Try to mimic the movement. I'm gonna show the movement. The basic things are: bend the knees, feel your gravity. Don't do things from your mind, sort of kind of like just the head and the arms or whatever. Everything goes from the feet up. So if this is the movement, it starts in the legs and the hips and ends at your hand. So starts in the hips and ends at your hand. Breathe through the movement however you want. Make sure to make some sound. Okay. Since it's gonna be a circus, I'm gonna do a movement, and then we're all gonna do the circus, and then I'll do the second movement, and then we're all gonna do it. All right. So you know what? We're gonna rotate actually, so we don't interfere with each other. So I'm gonna demonstrate the movement first. Let's say I do this. So now you go, and then we're gonna rotate. Okay.
Okay.
Or how you?
We'll just skip through a little line.
Yeah.
Am I in the screen? Did I do it right?
Yeah.
I didn't do it right.
No, it's cool. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Second one, inhale to the heart, and then one hand is gonna push down, the other hand is gonna push up, and you're gonna look to the side of the hand that pushes down. I'm gonna do chew. So kidneys. Whole body.
Same way.
Yeah. Shake it out. Okay, next one. Hands like this. And this is gonna be inhale. So, and then, and turn the head. Round it down. And whip it out your mouth. You like that one? Okay, next one, we're gonna do. And it's gonna be the bow. So low stance, lunge, straighten out, bend here, go forward with the hand, and then exhale. A look through your fingers. Focus as if you're focusing on a target. And then rotate the other way, open up this hand. Here you're stretching open your chest and your groin. You might feel dizzy with this one. Okay. Hands on your upper thighs. Ground yourself. You're gonna inhale when you're up, and you're gonna do down to the middle, and then inhale again when you're until you're up, and then down back to the middle. So you're gonna, it's not gonna be circles, it's gonna be a pendulum. So exhale, inhale. You can rotate your hips, and you can rotate and look up if you want. Twist at the end. So for example, you're up, you are in a lunge, you're looking up, inhale, and then inhale other way into a lunge, look up, All right, we got a lot of wisdom in the house or outside the house, but you know what I mean. So we can be here for a certain amount depending on you guys, and you can ask questions. We got 3 heads here that are more than welcome, more than happy to answer your questions. They can come to me in the forms of anything on that I talk about, or it can be directed at the sage elders that I have around me, and we can answer some of your questions about life, about whatever. Let's see if I can get all of us in the picture.
Here we are.
You can find me at I Create Lines. You can find human design audio courses if you want to decondition your mind, your emotions, your frustration. You want to start your life anew from the foundation up. Start with human design basics, intermediate, advanced, then go into the I Ching to explain all of your gates. If you're a projector, there's Projector Masterclass. You can always contact me by sending me a message on Insight Timer. You can contact me by finding the link in the profile. If you would like to donate and you're using Apple device, donate through the profile. If you're using Android, you can donate through the live. You can also ask me questions in every course, and I will give you back voice memos at the end of the month, like a batch. What else? You can support by sharing on social media, inviting people on this live that you know that need more movement in their life. You can word of mouth tell people about the courses or the lives. Like I said, send me a message if you need to. Check out all the things. I Create Lines is the name. And now we're going to take some of your questions about anything that's bothering you in your life, any perspective you want. Casey and DC are parents of 2 lovely humans that are my age, 33-ish. So they have a lot of wisdom around parenting. They have a lot of wisdom about overcoming addiction. They have a lot of wisdom about moving and starting a new life fresh after raising children, and then kind of also shedding old things, decluttering, also changing diet, but also many other things that probably we don't even know until you guys ask. So you can ask about any of those things or anything about your life. So go ahead. Crystal, that was lovely. Grateful to have experienced that with the 3 of you. Claire says that was great. Thank you so much. Melody, thank you. Crystal, Diana. Somebody's name is beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Diane. Okay, I said Diana. Sorry. Alex, Carolyn, Violet, Chris, Lynn, Amber, all you new people. We are here every day, same time. Sugdev, Christina, Claire, Casey, Brian, David. I'm just repeating, never mind. Okay. Thank you, Casey, DC, and Dennis. Melody, I'm grateful all of you were here today. I feel much calmer. Where is this? Calmer and focused, busy morning. Love. Butterflies and watermelon. I do have a watermelon. Thank you so much. Okay, Alex says, I suddenly feel hot doing this. That is normal. Yes, because we were doing fire stuff, so that's more than normal. That's encouraged. After the whole practice, the thing where we go like this is kind of the grounding. Very slow exhales and ending with your hands parallel to the ground. So you kind of connect with the earth element and you stay there until you calm down. This is a practice to kind of get fire going, to get transformation going. Amber, home flooded, family living with hoarder for last 2 months. How can we shift faster out of there? We're suffocating and feeling stuck. Okay, I'm gonna say first that the flood of the home might be a sign, like, you know, like water coming in to flush things out. It might be a crisis that you needed to get the things moving. Without that, you might not have never thought of emptying things out. With the hoarding and getting things out of there, suffocated, feeling stuck, you guys want to take it over? Please.
Well, first of all, we hold how hard that has to have been for you and your family. How difficult. As Dennis said, we can view even the most difficult of things as signs, as still a way to move forward, even in the midst of so much difficulty. This could be a sign of a flood of blessings coming your way. And know that you are held and being guided, and that you are safe in letting go. And I pray you many blessings of safety and knowing you are safe.
That's got to be an incredibly difficult situation, having that happen to your home, and then perhaps having to stay in a place, as you said, for the last couple of months. That's a less than favorable environment. As Dennison case said, this certainly could be a blessing in disguise to you. It may even be a blessing in disguise to the hoarder that you're living with. To have to make some space for you to recognize, and whether it's spoken or not, they probably do recognize the effect of their place on you. Everything will unfold as it should in due time, but as much as possible, get outside or to the park or in the woods or just in the sunshine. You're already doing the right thing, just stopping and spending a little bit of time, with all of us in this community right now. So, so blessings to you, and we'll certainly send good energies your way.
I have questions for KC. Okay, you got connected. You know what you need to do. Frozen on this end. Love your teacher guests. We love you as well. Okay, also Amber says, how can we shift faster out of there? So for you guys, at the beginning of your decluttering, what was kind of like, what was, okay, let's get this out of the way first. What is like the easiest things to start off with, so you feel like you're shedding, you feel like you're throwing things away, you feel like you're making more space, like some practical things you can do today.
I personally had to work through the stories attached to each item, to each thing. If there are memories attached to something and items that I hold the memories dear, I don't have to grasp onto the item. I can keep the memories and let go of the item, because that's going to open up space for more to come my way and new things to flow to me. So I had to watch out for the stories attached to things and be aware that letting go of the thing is not letting go of the memory. And stories attached to things that I did not want, letting go of the thing, I could get rid of that story.
I want to make sure I understood the question fully. Are you staying with someone that is a hoarder, and you're and Kay's got, if that's the case, some great advice for how you might be able to gently guide them to let go a little bit. But if this was kind of in general, how can we get out of here faster? That's sort of what I was speaking to a while ago in terms of the universe unfolding what it will for you in due time, and in the meantime, just make the best of your surroundings with getting out and in the sunshine and interacting, with with a loving community like we have here. So I guess I'm trying to answer the same question in two different ways, depending on where it was coming from.
Amber, if you can give us more, if you can expand on that, so whatever more detail you can give us, we can go into the conversation deeper. So the first message is home flooded, family living with hoarder for last 2 months. So I'm guessing their home, they needed to leave their home and then go and live with the hoarder while the home is unflooded and stuff. How can we shift faster out of there, suffocating and feel stuck? So they need to move somewhere, I'm guessing, or they need to influence the hoarder to shift all its stuff out. So which, if you can give us, Amber, if you're still here even, can you give us a little bit more context? Sukhdev, appreciate grace of people took you in. Maybe be patient with hoarder mentality. Yeah, but that is a thing. Gotta run, Crystal. All right, Amber, if you're still here, if you want to expand on the conversation, if we don't get anything in the next 2 minutes, we're going to conclude that you're not here anymore, and then we're going to be back tomorrow.
Yeah, make it so where it's on you.
Yeah, looks like Amber ran.
Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Sukhdev.
Thank you.
Oh, Christina, you had a question. I remember. I'm going to quickly answer that one for you. I think it was you, because that's one that I can really quickly answer. Where was it? Christina, you asked, is THC bad? Yeah, so real quick, I'm gonna go like this so I can stand up straight, and then so no, I'm just gonna go the usual philosophy route. No substance is good or bad, depends on how you use it. Any medicine becomes poison if you overuse it. One piece of cake is delicious, half a cake you want to throw up and never eat cake again. So that's with all things. Even water has a limit, has a cap. Even the best things in the world, even air. You take too much air, you burn out. You don't have enough CO2. There has to be a balance. Then second thing, what is your intention? You need to realize that THC has been bastardized in the world. It has been um, it's become a marketing whore. It's become a thing in the rap industry. It's become a thing where people now walk around vaping it anywhere in society, in places where it's legal. It's lost its ritualistic. It's lost its honor. People have stopped looking at it as a spiritual practice. It's an avoidance strategy. It's addiction. And you have to realize that it's not as same as, okay, you drink alcohol, you're going to invite some spirits into you. You smoke, you're going to invite some spirits into you. Alcohol is devastating to the spirit, to the energy field. Smoking regular cigarettes, not so much. But weed, you need to realize that you are connecting with a slightly psychedelic intelligence. So some people say, okay, if I'm going to do mushrooms, I'm going to make a ritual out of it. I'm going to have a shaman, I'm going to have this and that, I'm going to have a setting. This is the same reverence that you need to have to THC. You need to do it for a specific reason once every, I would say, 2 to 3 months. And I would never recommend smoking it because all smoke is destroying your lungs. I would recommend making tea or doing edibles and having a specific intention. You want to be like, okay, I'm gonna do this gram in a cookie, or I'm gonna make this tea, and then I'm gonna have canvases and paint, and I'm gonna do that for 5 hours, go to sleep, and that's it for the next 3 to 6 months. Or I'm gonna write, or I'm gonna make a song, or I'm gonna make love, and the other person's gonna do it, and we're gonna have a ritual of closeness and bonding. Or it can be a walk in a national park, even though I wouldn't do that because I don't know, I would like to experience that sober. So that's the way that I feel that it needs to be used. Everything else, it's what you're doing is you're raping your breath wave. You're shortening your breath. You are keeping yourself in a very lethargic state. It moves your energy. It makes you sort of more productive. However, what is it taking from you? What is it taking from you? You are weak somewhere. You are dependent on it somewhere. And it needs to be a reverence. A good friend, a good acquaintance of mine, who also beat weed addiction and alcohol, just like me, just like the Camerons behind me. He says that weed is like a jealous girlfriend, that if you go to places without her, it becomes like this little brat that becomes needy and needs all this attention. So once you stop smoking weed, if you want to go for a period of time without it, just realize that there's going to be a presence around you that's going to be tugging at your nerves, just like with any addiction, just like your parasites, just like anything that you want to get rid of. You need to think of it like a demon that is holding you and pulling you like a puppet master when you want to get rid of it. So it depends. Do you want to be strong? Or do you want to be cozy and, oh, I'm just gonna smoke this blunt and be under my blankie? So that's a really harsh reality that we all needed to face. That in order to beat any addiction, you need this fire that we've tried to evoke or successfully evoke today. So if you want to be strong, every time you want to smoke weed, do this qigong set. Do a breath work. Cry it out. Break half of your kitchen. Something needs to happen drastically. In order to break any addiction, you need to drastically change your pattern. Parasites hate when you do something out of your habit, out of your ordinary day-to-day life. Parasites go like, what is this now? We're not going to eat at 5 p.m. We're not going to smoke in 15 minutes. What do you mean you're moving to the other side of the world? That means there's no more cake around you, and parasites go crazy. So do whatever you need to do to break the pattern. Burn all your weed 5 minutes after I close this live. Flush it down the toilet, and then go break half your kitchen of plates if you need to cry it out. Just don't hurt yourself. And realize I'm over exaggerating with a lot of this. We've gotten a lot of fire going. It's the full moon. I'm not restricting my energy in any way. I'm not restricting my language in any way. I'm being harsh and direct because it is what it is. This is what was needed for me to break all my addictions. You need the fire. You need the edge. You need the discernment. You need the resolution. And you need to stop being a victim because it all feeds the victim mode. Do you guys want to add something on the weed tip? Christine is Says, I want to be strong. It gets harder. I need to stop. I'm struggling. It makes me binge eat. Yeah. No. Go ahead. I'm gonna drink juice.
I think what I found the hardest was what I call the space in between tasks, in between daily events. Um, I could plan a little break and have a little smoke, and then I would be ready to take on the next task. I'm done with work. Now I can do this and clean the house, or now I can do this and just unwind and relax, or I leave, and when I get back, now I can have a little bit of smoke and get into whatever else is going on at home. So those little intervals, those little intermissions between the daily events of your life, just find an opportunity to redirect yourself. I will say that anytime I would go outside um, and step outside to have a little something, it ended up being the most benefit was just being outside, being in the sun and getting some fresh air. So I still take that break outside, but I just don't. I just take in what is around me more so than it being about the smoke. I am I'm 10 months now sober, and I visited a friend yesterday, and well, okay, he was my dealer. So I walk in, and a good friend of mine, and here's a plentiful array of things ready for the taking. And at that point, I felt nothing. I felt no draw to it. I felt no compellment, so to speak, to have any. I was totally neutral, and and you go through stages until finally it's just gone, and it happens faster than you think. Um, you're beautiful without wearing that. Um, so so be prepared perhaps for a little bit of your shadow or other things you may be unconsciously suppressing by doing that, or what you might be personally, what I was hiding from, what I was running from, had to come to the surface and kind of get dealt with as well over the course of time. So it's been an interesting journey, but you're beautiful without that, and you're gonna see so many more things. Um, as Dennis said, walking through the park straight, and I went to a concert not long ago, the first one in years that well, I was totally clear and lucid, and and um, and like I said, it will get quicker than you think, so much easier. But just redirect yourself in those periods of time that you might normally reach for that.
Yeah, David put that very well. The spaces, the transition times. It's like, well, I'm home now. I'm gonna catch a buzz so I can do this, or I'm about to go somewhere, so I'm gonna catch a buzz before I go. It's like I found myself in the transition times when I felt any uncertainty, or I would immediately shut that down with a smoke, and I didn't have to do that. It was very interesting experiencing life without doing that. Just being a witness to my own little discomforts with things, and that became very interesting to me. The things that rose and that I began to observe and learn about myself. It's it it does go so much easier once you just decide and commit, this is what I'm doing because I'm worth it, because I want to see what it's like. Be interested in your own life. Just become so like compassionately and passionately interested in your own life, your own feelings, what comes up when, and just notice, notice, notice. And it really becomes a beautiful thing. It really does.
Thank you. Video frozen, but thank you for sharing your time and knowledge. I'm trying. I don't want to hurt myself no more. I have a granddaughter and she needs a healthy grandma. I've been wanting to say this for a while. I just fear judgment. Thank you for your support. I only smoke at night before bed for a reward of hard day's work, and then I'm up late and I eat too much. I don't know how to balance it, all or nothing. Thank you for helping me with this advice. I'm feeling vulnerable now. Everyone knows I get high at night. Christina, nobody cares, and I'm saying this in the best possible way, to not care about how people think, because there's only a handful of people who really care about you, and all the loving communities in the world, they're gonna support you, but they're gonna go on with their lives. So don't think about, oh, now everyone knows that I smoke. It's about you and you when you are alone. So it's you and your life when you're home alone. Don't think about people. Don't think about me or the three of us. Or it's about how you feel at night when you go to sleep. When you look back at your own life, are you satisfied or not? Don't worry about if people know that you're smoking or not. The whole world is addicted to so many things. Your smoking at night is, oh my God. One thing is that weed is probably taking some of your money. What you can do is not smoke for a week and just put that on the side, 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 and take all that money and go to a spa. Or take that money and go to a trampoline park, and take that money and take a little trip to an Airbnb somewhere in the forest. Or do that for a month and then buy your granddaughter a bike and then go visit her and be like, oh my God, look at this child enjoying this bike. And then whatever you're eating can go to that as well. And it needs to be something that's really going to be fulfilling for you, and you know what it is. And the more radical it is, the better for the parasites. A trip is good, a change is good, an investment of money into something you've never invested before. So going into a new life direction that is radical to what you've experienced so far, so that you break the pattern. KC, message me for tips for sleep. Definitely reach out to one another for friendship, for support.
Thank you for asking this. The only judgment is now I judge you as fearless and brave and beautiful, and so thank you so much for asking.
Just by doing this, you're already... Okay, I'm gonna let my guests close out the live. Everyone else, see you tomorrow. I create lines, find all the stuff, courses, messaging, options, all the stuff on the profile, donations, links, and final words from my guest hosts and like hosts for all of this.
We love you. There's so much love There's so much love for you. Just allow it. Just allow.
Thank you, everyone, so much for joining us. Thank you, Dennis, for the wonderful impact you've made on our life, and for being a pretty decent roommate as well these past few days. Looking forward to seeing everyone again, and yeah, message us if we can help you offline as well. Love to you.